Sade's Tales.
The frost had finally settled in the forest of old. The creatures had been preparing for a harsh winter, and since early September, they had been stuffing their cupboards full of tasty food. Inside the tree trunks and underground burrows, the animals were busying themselves. Winter was a time for indoor parties, and this meant that all of the house-proud animals were brushing their floors and clearing out the cobwebs. I say, what a dirty floor! I'm sure I've cleaned this one twice this week. Alfred, where are you? It's time for you to help with the cleaning. I'm busy working. Alfred wanted to be an inventor, and he was always working on new ideas. He scurried downstairs and found his mother. There you are, little one. Time for you to sort out the big cupboard under the stairs. We need all the storage space we can get. Then fill it with all of our food. Okay, Mom. Can we have jelly tart for pudding? Okay. Hedgehog and Deer are coming for dinner with us, so I'll have to make a big one. So Mrs. Mouse set to work making a large jelly pudding and her favorite cheese pie. She loved to share because she had a big heart. She had spent her whole afternoon cooking when she finally put her feet up with a cup of nettle tea. I'll just close my eyes for 1 minute. Can you hear the snoring? Mrs. Mouse had fallen asleep. Alfred Mouse had gone out to play, and the pie was in the oven. An hour later, there was a knocking at the door. Hedgehog and Deer had arrived. When there was no reply, they looked worriedly at each other. That's funny. Mrs. Mouse told us to come for 5 p.m. Have I got the time right? Deer pulled a large pocket watch out from his waistcoat. I believe so, Hedgehog. Knock again. Loudly this time. I'm getting worried. What's that smell? I think I can smell smoke. The two animals ran quickly round to the back of the house, and they saw flames and smoke around the door. Deer acted calmly, but Hedgehog was afraid. Then, over the garden wall came Alfred Mouse, riding on his skateboard. Oh, hello, you two. I'm a little late for dinner. Whoops. Got carried away having fun and lost track of the time. Alfred Mouse, your house is on fire and Mrs. Mouse is inside. We need all the help we can get. Alfred raced to find a bucket in the yard. They both ran to the water well, which was close to the house, and filled buckets to put the fire out. Deer, the bravest one, wrapped a handkerchief around his face and prepared to save Mrs. Mouse. He kicked down the front door by standing on his hind legs and punching with his front legs. Terribly, terribly smoky. Mrs. Mouse, are you there? I'm here! I'm here! Come out the front, Mrs. Mouse. There's no fire this way. The two came out of the building alive and unharmed. All done. The flames are gone. The kitchen looks very bad. The whole room is burnt out. Thank you, dear, for being brave and saving my mother. That's what friends are for. What started the fire, and how did you not spot it, Mrs. Mouse? I must have fallen asleep, and my pie was still in the oven. I've been so tired lately, you see. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm afraid that's the last pie you'll be baking for a little while. We stopped the fire, but your kitchen is ruined and burnt out. Whatever shall I do? All of our food for winter has been lost. How will we eat this winter? Mrs. Mouse began to sob big mousy tears. She put her arms around little Alfred, as he also looked devastated. Deer and Hedgehog were quick to comfort her. There, Mrs. Mouse. Don't be so sad. We are here to help you after all. But how can you help me? We are done for. We will never survive this cold winter. Well, first, you can come and stay at our house. Mrs. Hedgehog smiled and nodded eagerly. Then, over the next few days, myself, Deer, and some other animals from the forest will rebuild your kitchen. Even little Alfred can help. Yes, we will make it look as good as new. And over the next week, we will all gather together and share the food that we have stored. Trust me, there is plenty to go round. Mrs. Mouse was very pleased. She had the best friends. They were so helpful in this awful event. So Mr. and Mrs. Hedgehog welcomed the mice to stay in their home for the next week. And the forest animals worked hard, rebuilding the burnt-out kitchen. That's the end of the story. So remember, the moral of the story: good, true friends will always be there to help you.